I know we all like our sugars. We all like our candies, our cookies, our donuts, our cakes, all of those things. But have you ever thought about what happens in your body after you eat sugar and the effects of eating sugar in your body? Today, I will be talking about why you should be leaving sugar, or not leaving, but lowering your sugar intake. I will be bringing 3 points. The first one being the long-term effects of sugar, too much sugar in your body. Then I will be covering why is sugar dangerous. And lastly, I will be giving out some solutions. So my first point is the effects of sugar. So sugar has many effects, one of them being that it can create a higher risk of heart diseases. So basically, sugar creates obesity, inflammation. It can create high blood pressure, high sugar in the blood, which are all the factors of heart diseases. And it was a study done by about 25,000 people to 25,000 people, where they actually found that sugar can definitely increase the risk of heart diseases. And there was a bunch of corporations, which is all of this over here, that founded this study. So it was a big study that they did, I believe, in 2017, and this is where I got that from. Now, the other effect of sugar is that it can create a higher risk of cancer. So just keep in mind that sugar doesn't really have like a direct cost on cancer. However, like I said in the previous slides, sugar does cause chronic inflammation, which can lead to the growth and develop of a cancer. It also creates insulin resistance, which can create pancreas cancer and can also promote the spread of cancer in the whole body. And then it also creates weight gain, which has been already associated with 13 different kind of cancers. And there are many studies that support these. This is one of the many that I found, 3 of them, and they were all done by the National Library of Medicine. And I won't go into much detail, but each study basically ended up with the same result, which is that people that took more sugar than those that don't had a higher risk of developing any certain kind of cancer. Now, basically, cancer in our body, sugar in our body can be named into different things. So sugar in our pancreas is called insulin resistant, which, like I said, could cause a cancer. In sugar in our brain can be called dementia or Alzheimer. Sugar in our teeth can be called cavities. Sugar in our blood could lead to blood pressure, which goes to heart diseases. And the list goes on, but this is just one of the ones I could find. Now, what makes sugar so dangerous is that it's addictive to us, to the body, to the brain. So basically, there was a study done by the American Diabetes Association, where they found that every time someone ate sugar, any kind of sugar, that activated the dopamine hormone in our brain. So basically, dopamine hormone means that our brain is associating sugar with the good things. So when you have too much dopamine in your body, in your brain is saying, oh, we like this feels good, we have to keep on doing it. So when people eat sugar, basically it's making your brain think that it's good, that they like it, and you have to keep on doing it, which those neurochemical changes are also very similar to those that happen for those people that are drug addicts and alcoholics. So very addictive. And then sugar is also everywhere. It can be in your ketchup, in your cereal, in things that are obvious like a cookie, but in things that are less obvious like bread. And then the thing with sugar is that most of the time when you read the ingredient stuff, we don't longer see sugar as an ingredient, so we might think there's no sugar, but sugar can be called many different things, and this is like all of the things I could find in this website that I got. It was a really good website, and this is like all of the names that we have for sugar, and there's probably more out there, since there's now we have like artificial sweeteners, which are probably worse than sugar. Now let's go to the solutions. So there are many things we can do to stop doing sugar, or not stop, but lowering our sugar intakes, which the first one being, don't make it into a habit. When you make something into a routine, your body thinks that, your brain makes you think that it's just part of your routine, like going to sleep, brushing your teeth, so it associates it as a good thing. So when you do sugar too much, your brain, obviously, plus the dopamine, is just thinking that it's not, there's nothing wrong with it, when there's actually is. So don't make it into a habit. Snack every now and then isn't bad, but when you make it into a habit, it's the worst. And then the other solution is eating more fiber and protein, which is gonna keep you fuller for a longer period of time, which is gonna stop those sugar cravings, which for me, I get a lot. So, because craving is what really makes me eat sugar. So eating more fiber and protein really helps with that. And then last, you can eat more of the healthy sweets. So there are many things you can use instead of sugar. You can, or like artificial sweeteners, which again are not the best, but that will be another topic. So the best you can do is adding honey instead of sugar, adding maple syrup, adding dates, which is a very sweet fruit, or raisins, or like coconut sugar. That's a really good one. And there are many sweets out there that you could change instead of the actual sugar. And then you can use it with fruits too, which is a healthier sugar in your body. And this is all the sources I use. I used about 10 of them. And thank you.